Crawford Street Junction. Right, where I'm up to at the moment with the railway station come bus station is that I've just put this 18mm MDF plinth in. That'll be for my station. I'm raising it up with the 18-inch. I've done the cutouts at the front, and then what I'm going to do then is put lolly sticks in and make the steps up to it, so it makes it look a bit grander. So I have also done that at the back end, just there where that clamp is, and that'll be the footbridge coming up onto the platform area and then into the station. And what I've also done then is put all my curbs in. What I've got to do now is pave these. Same thing, go to the model shop, never have anything in. So I might even do these in cardboard and see how they turn out, the footpaths. So we'll see how that turns out. Now where you can see it's painted, nothing down at the minute. What I'm going to do now is that little bit of MDF there, that's the start of the pavement on this side, and I'll run it round up to the top now and there, and then at the far side I'm going to put steps there. So as I get on with it, I'll do a little bit more filming. Right, this is where I've got up to today. This is it's took, well, it's probably 8 hours. I've now got the MDF round now for my curbs. Done a bit more painting on it, and obviously positioned my station over that side. Now obviously where the cutout is was going to be these steps. They still are going to be the steps, but what I've got a problem with, I've run out of super glue, so I've ordered some, but this is what the steps look like. But I'm having to use PVA, so it's taking a long time to go off, but when they're done, they're going in with walls in between, so hopefully I can show you them in the next couple of days. I've got the wall section in now around this area, around here. It's doing quite well with it, and then I noticed just over in this edge here, is where the stone wall is. It was actually broke. I'll zoom back out again. It was actually broke. So that's with me leaning across and going up to this wall. Where is it? I can't see where it is now. There. The light switch is across it. So as I lean across, taking a shortcut, obviously I've damaged it. So what I've done, I've made this small ramp here of vehicles to then obviously go up, and I'm going to make this a car park area for the top of the station here. Obviously I've got to put walls around the edge of it yet, but it should work out alright. And plus with having the high wall there now, just there, when I lean across that, there's nothing can break. And I've also now, as you can see where the clamp is, I've now cut the board, because obviously this section lifts up with the stairs. So my next venture will be is finishing off the top. I've virtually now got rid of my nail post, which is there. What I've got is this this building I've done. And the bus station now has actually got an air. So that'll go on there. zoom in slightly, and there we go. There's the name of the bus station. It's actually where I live, so it was quite apt to put it on. And I'm also going to get a few Cellnet buses from the 70s, because this is going to be round about the end of the 60s into the 70s. So you've got a modernish building put on there, as opposed then to this quite old. So just to do these little bits today, it's took all this time. I'm getting a good result, so I'm just going to keep cracking on with it. And when I get a little bit further, I'll then show you the finished article. But I'm going to order my lights from China, I think. So as you know, it takes quite a while. So what I'll do is get the main structure in, and then this board does lift off, and then I can finish off underneath the station area, which is a bit of plastering, doing my curbs and flagging, and then that's finished, it can go back on, and then we're getting towards the end of this full section. And then where I've got the terminus I put in at the top over there, you can see it from here, just drop down slightly, you can just see it in the background there. Yeah, I'm going to just come up with a new project, but before I build it this time, I'm hopefully going to let you see the pictures of what I'm going to try and reproduce, and that's down in Castlefield in Manchester. So I'll get some photos together and discuss it, and then see what you think of the idea and whether I go ahead with it then or not. So I'll get on what I'm doing now, and then probably finish this video up once I've got a bit more done on the bus station and the railway station at the top. Right, I've got a little bit further on now. This will finish up the video of this update. What I've actually got in now is the retaining wall here now, going round. And what I've got to do now is put the plastic card on it, and then weather it up the same as I've done here. And as I was talking about the bus station, from late 60s coming into the 70s, obviously the bus station is going over in that area. I obviously wanted some Cellnet buses, and then going into the Greater Manchester. Well, I've got one that's arrived now, which is the Greater Manchester one, with that colour scheme. Now, as you know, this one's got the brown at the bottom. The Cellnet had just the white and the orange, and then back to white. But then give me an idea then of the colour scheme that I wanted to go with the bus station. So then I built me my first bus shelter, the long ones that you used to have in Ashton. So I just moved that out of the way. So what I did, I scratch built this, and that's one of the bus shelters that goes through. And the idea behind it is that they've knocked the old bus station down, and they're going with some more modern, bringing it into the 70s. So I thought I'd go on the modern side with this. I want to weather it down slightly. So I'll put this into position, and then I've also started to scratch build a bus station that you drive through. So reposition the camera again, and we'll see it in situ. So there we go, there's it back in situ now, with the bus waiting on the corner. and the building behind now is the drive-through. But what I want to do with this area now here is there used to be barriers that run down the middle. Just bear with me a sec. What I've done, I've scratch built some of them. They've just been painted. That's what they look like. There's the barriers that'll go down the middle. Now I remember these as a kid. They went run down the middle. So I'll put them in. I've got the lighting to put in. I've painted them up. And there's a few strips got to go on the front with the orange, which is obviously round about here. And then the drive-through, which I thought just filled the area nicely. It's a pity I couldn't make it longer and wider, but I think it gives a better overall perspective of the area now. Sorry, it's a bit shaky. It's got the glass in the back now. Obviously the girders going across the front, back, and just in the foreground there is just started to put the brick pillars in now. So the brick pillars will go there, and where I was going to put the windows there now is going to be brick to box it off, and then I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with the roof yet. Whether it's going to be like a pyramid that I've got on the bus shelter over this side here, put some on the top of this one, I don't know yet. Just trial and error and see what looks right on it. But I know it looks modern compared with my station building, but I wanted to bring it in now to the 70s. Everything wasn't old. Whichever area you go to, there's always a modern building, so this is now starting to be the modern building. But same again, go to the model shop. Have you got paving in? No. Have you got plastic card in brick? No. You ask why, and they say because it's something like it costs £12 for the postage. Well, if you haven't got the stuff in, you can't sell it. I just don't understand the logic behind it. Now I live in Ashton-on-the-Line, as you know, I've named the station. Does anybody else know of anybody that sells that type of stuff in my area? Because I need another model shop, because I've gone from doing the walls at one end to coming to the middle, because I'm waiting for stuff all the time and it's getting a bit frustrating. So if anybody can help me on that, or a good model shop I can travel out to, I'd be very grateful. Well, that's the overall look at it now. That's my little gripe. Just getting a little frustrating that I just can't get on with it. And when you're in the mood for doing something, I just want to be able to get on with it, and I'm not being able to do it. And what I've also done now is a bit of weathering on the road, where they turn in, they turn out, and you get markings. So that's what I've done there. Steps are now going in there. What I've done is these boxes here, they've got to have the plastic card wall put on the front, and there'll be planters with a rail going up the side of the handrail. And that's about it for now. So I'm going to wrap this up at that and get a bit further on for the next update. And then the idea I've got at the other end for the viaduct I want to put across is I'll probably do that in the next video once this is complete. So thanks very much for watching, and see you soon. Thanks for now. Bye.